Welcome to the brand new home of CITV, YouTube. This is your destination for all news and events concerning Centennial Investments and its projects, and of course the Townhomes development in Delray Beach. Those of you that are watching us on YouTube for the very first time and need to get some history on Centennial Investments and also our latest development, the Townhomes at Delray Beach, will need to go to our website and go to the newsletter section where the past 2 years of Centennial Investments TV is stored. You will find that link below. So as this is the very first video of this brand new channel, what better way to start than with some excellent news? Following on from our disappointment at last month's BRAC meeting at the City Chambers in Delray Beach, where the committee members all remarked they really liked our project.
And I'm sorry, because I think it is a nice project. I think you've worked hard to do what you thought you were doing within the constraints that the city provided you, and I think there was some miscommunication about what was needed here. And I think you need to have a conversation with the city, and I think the city probably needs to step back and take a look again. Are we applying all the standards appropriately? And there are a lot of different details to the code there's overlapping interpretations of what the code covers.
But due to the swimming pool and balcony setback issues that the Planning and Zoning Department had brought up, it was in everybody's interest that the SPRAB committee postpone their decision rather than reject it over some unresolved technicalities. Those familiar with the history of the swimming pool and balcony setback disagreements know that the original decision reached months ago with a planner at Planning and Zoning was reneged on in a recent turnover of staff at the city. We are now grateful that Planning and Zoning now recognise this. But first, let me take you back to last Thursday, September 1st, when Adrian Granderson, our head architect, received this email from Amy Alvarez, the principal planner of current planning at Planning and Zoning. In it, she states that we may not need to make any changes to our plans. She thanks us for our patience and she apologises for the confusion and miscommunication that we had suffered at the hands of Planning and Zoning. That was uplifting and refreshing to hear, and kudos to Miss Alvarez for writing such an email. For those of you that have been following this very long saga that has lasted well over a year, we were planning an appeal to the city clerk in anticipation that the Planning and Zoning would not be seeing it our way. But it seems that this has been discussed in our absence and somewhat in a favourable light. Yesterday, Shane Ames, the principal of Ames International Architecture, received this email from Amy Alvarez, stating that a meeting is not necessary and that they, Planning and Zoning, will be drafting a determination letter that the front of the property will be determined as South East 2nd Street and South East 4th Avenue as a side alley, and furthermore that the south property line is a side interior and that the alley on South East 2nd Avenue will be treated as a rear. Basically what is happening here is that the Planning and Zoning are redefining the front, rear and alley of our development. Let's call it relabeling. Fundamentally, this was initially agreed by Planning and Zoning with Shane Ames over a year ago, but now it is being ratified officially. But more importantly, we are scheduled for the September 28th SPRAB meeting, which should be just a formality to get the approval, judging on the SPRAB committee's comments from last month. Today, we received the official determination letter from Anthea Gianniotis, the Development Services Director at Planning and Zoning. Although there was some questions regarding the setbacks for the balconies, these have been addressed by Shane to the Planning and Zoning Department, and we completely comply with the 3-foot setbacks that are allowed. They just have to be relabeled on the site plan. Of course, like everything in life, there are no guarantees, but I think we can safely assume that come September the 28th, we will have an approved site plan, and in anticipation of this, I have already started to rally the troops, so let's get building.